But because, again, I think a bit of a backstory as well is growing up in the shadow, I guess, of my older brothers, who went before me and achieved, a fair bit in rugby. Then I always had that kind of, how can I say it? People always looked at me then as if I was sort of privileged, I guess. People think that, if you do progress and you career, it's on the back of a name or, there's some nepotism that goes on and stuff. And during my early schoolboy career, really, I experienced a lot of negativity around that. Not as much as probably I laid on myself. I was thinking probably it was a lot worse than it really was, but it really did affect me when people did shout that out to me or just really target that where, or you're only here because of who you are or your brother and stuff. So that type of thing then made me feel I wanted to push myself in the background and not take a step forward and get into the spotlight. But then once I finished playing rugby, I had that fear. I still had that fear deep down that if I did put myself out there, if I did start exposing myself or, exposing myself to a wider audience, how I would be able to accept that criticism about not wanting people knowing what I'm doing and put myself out there on social media and things. And for about 15 years after I finished playing rugby, I wanted to create an online business. I wanted to be a successful solopreneur or business owner. I was petrified of putting myself out and putting myself in front of people and just having a waiting to hear that criticism start landing or start, people start. So, and it took about 15 years really until last January, the turn of the year, where I thought, I can't keep on doing this. It's just inhibited me so much and it's preventing me from achieving like lifetime goals that I've had, to be successful, whether it's in business or in sport. But more importantly as well, the biggest thing was my son. My son was getting to an age where everything I was doing was having an impression on him. I decided that enough's enough and I have to take, it's a leap of faith really. Right, and this is where I am now basically. I'm 9 months into the journey of me actually putting content about myself out there. And as you say, since you said, Dan, that you need to try and say that story. But I have had that fear, but I say I'm 9 months in and I'm breaking down the barriers daily, I have to say. And my son comes back from school every day and that's just a reminder to me that this is what I'm doing it for now.